little video on my own because for some reason there was some sort of like technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there. I think something to do with my internet connection, but Josh seemed to be all right. I went on stream with Josh, but then for some reason I don't really know what was happening. We was having a really nice discussion as well. We got into a lot of topics. We introduced the whole situation with Joel Perot, and this video is just going to be I guess an update on everything that's happening. This is just a follow on to everything that I have been talking about. So, as we know, Joel Perot has joined Leeds United on I think a 4-year deal, leading him to 2027. So, if that is the case, then the 49ers have made a huge statement when it comes to the financial, in a sense, situation at Leeds United, because the amount of times we was panicking wasn't really for a player to come out, the signings to come in, because at the end of the day, we had only bought 4 players in. Now we've brought in 5 players with Ethan Ampadu, Carl Darlow, Joe Rodon on loan, Perot as well. So it's very interesting to see in Sam Byram. And I thought these players were solid championship players to come in. So with scoring 46 goals in 96 games in all competitions, I thought it was a brilliant statement for the 49ers. And personally, and this is what I said on the stream with Josh before it all just went up pear-shaped, it was an absolute bargain, because at the end of the day, how can Leeds United or a player of his ability scoring all these goals be only worth £12 million? Of course, there's rumours that if Leeds United get promoted, it'll be around about like 16 million to 17 million pounds if we get back onto into the Premier League. And yeah, everybody who's joining, I don't understand what happened there. We was having a nice little stream, having a nice little discussion with you all, and for some reason my Wi-Fi on my thing just went absolutely kaput. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Patrick Bamford and his current situation, and I guess where do we see Patrick Bamford? And Josh was going on about that. He doesn't see him now featuring in the squad. He doesn't see him being part of Leeds United's Dirty Leeds evening, mate. Looks like both Emery. Yeah, I'm just going to go on to that as well. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But Patrick Bamford, I think his first team career is done now, because with the likes of Perot coming in, I can't see Patrick Bamford, after continuously sustaining injuries after season. So he's going to be more of a bench warmer, and I can't see anything wrong with that, because it brings us depth, doesn't it? It brings us a lot of, in a sense, options when it comes to things going forward. Because if Perot does get injured, then we can put Patrick Bamford in there, and we just have to see about that. And this is leading on to other forwards as well, with the likes of was it Sonny Perkins, Joe Gelhardt, and Matthias Joseph. Yes, they're all out injured apart from Gelhardt, but to me, I don't see where Joe Gelhardt fits into this, because with him being out on loan at Sunderland, didn't really seem to impress. He didn't really do anything at Leeds United when he was under Jesse Marsh. So with him being a number 9 and playing him in behind the number 9, and then playing him as a number 10, and then playing him with alongside a striker, what's next for him? Is the championship level too hard for him? Is the potential of Joe Gelhardt just a fad, just a phase because of Marcelo Bielsa? I don't know. I can't see where he fits in. Like he in a sense, he only brings in that extra number, a little bit like Sam Greenwood and these are the types of players that shouldn't really be at the club anymore, in my opinion. I think they should go out on loan, whether it's a lower end team, or if it's going to be a team in League One. But on to transfer news, Sonny Perkins has gone out on loan, and after making his move from West Ham, which when I was watching him, I don't know if you guys had seen any clips from him, but he was phenomenal. Coming through the ranks at West Ham, beating Arsenal to the signature of this guy, of Sonny Perkins, just made me believe that we had brought in another potentially brilliant first team striker. I mean, don't get me wrong, he scored 13 times in 28 goals for the under-21s, and obviously made his first and contributed to his first pro goal against Cardiff City in the FA Cup. So he's not a bad player, is is Sonny Perkins, but I think it's the right move. I think it's great that he's going out there now to, in a sense, start his career where he needs to be, and hopefully this is the type of player that we can, in a sense, integrate into the near future. And I wanted to talk about incomings. Joe Perreault, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you've seen any of his goals, but it's just crazy. When he gets inside that box, 9 times out of 10 he's scoring. And if we have the players like Nonto and Sinisterra and Rutter and even Ian Poveda, Ian Poveda, I think he's going to have a steamer or a screamer of a season this year. And Dan James as well, if he can live up to his potential, yeah, fair enough, he had a poor season at Fulham because he didn't really get played. But in the last couple of games, I've been very, very impressed with Ian Poveda and Dan James. So we have cover, we've got depth on the wings. Of course, we would like to sign Paintsil, but obviously I wanted to bring out a little bit of bad news when it comes to that. Joseph Paintsil, he rejected the move to Southampton to join Leeds United, and he was very interested in signing for Leeds United. A £10 million fee had been agreed, but now it's looking more and more likely, according to Sky Sports, that Leeds United are considering withdrawing their offer for Paintsil because they've decided to put the valuation up. And it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's irritating because now it's all over the media, and now, in a sense, Genk have seen the type of business Leeds United have done and the interest that he's getting from other clubs as well as Leeds United and Southampton. They can look at that and be like, okay, well, wow, we can get a bidding war out of this. We can get a bigger price than just £10 million. So, according to Sky Sports, Leeds United are, in a sense, getting frustrated with Genk continuously changing the valuation of Joseph Paintsil. And that's something I'm really disappointed of, because with having 29 goal contributions last season, very dynamic, fast, and I guess a player with really, really high potential, coming to Ellen Road, I think, yes, it's more of like a pinch me type of moment, because at the end of the day, these are the types of players that shouldn't really be coming to the Championship with the quality of what they are, and I guess the potential that they do have. But this is a great statement from Leeds United, because at the end of the day, if we was still in control, like if Victor Orta and Radrizzani were still in control of Leeds United, I can't see these types of players coming in. We'd be literally going out to Egypt and buying someone from there, or Turkey and buying someone from there, players that we've never known before. But with Nick Hammond and the 49ers and anyone else, and Daniel Farke and anyone else who is, in a sense, using their knowledge of the Championship and the Premier League and, in a sense, doing the scouting properly, we're trying to slowly build a very solid Championship squad. And that's all we need, isn't it? We need Championship players. We need players who are experienced in the Premier League. Yes, okay, we can dive in and we can have a look at players outside of the English League, but it has to be players who are going to fit Daniel Farke's system. And this one is really, really heartbreaking in my opinion, because I don't know, from just watching his highlights, he's so good. He's so clever on the ball, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see with Nonto and Sinisterra as well. I just wanted to talk about, where is it? Hang on, give me a second. I think Amarai. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but according to Kicker, I don't know how reliable these are, but he is now unsure on the move to Leeds United. I think it's due to some sort of like personal reasons or issues, and from what they've said, I think it's due to the fact that they've never moved out of Germany. They've always lived in Germany and around that area. So coming over to England could be in a sense, a Samuel Saiz situation where he'll come over to England, but he won't want to play for long term because he's homesick, he misses his country, he misses playing over in that country, and he misses his family, etc., etc. Of course, another one is someone who I would be really, really happy with, because with his potential, he's scored 2 goals and 1 assist in 4 games this year, and this is what I was saying in my previous video with Josh before he went to put that. He's a little bit like Pablo Hernandez in my opinion. Pablo-esque, I've put on my notes. It's just simple. It's just simply why is because of how he can pick out a pass that no one else can see, how he can run on the ball, how he can glide through plays, how he can, in a sense, pick out a pass that is so clinical that any team would be so grateful to have a £4 million player, bear in mind. And then we played £25 million with Brendan Aronson, which to me doesn't make any sense at all, because the quality of the players that we're trying to get are so much or twice as much better quality than the players that we once did have. And I'm happy that these players have disappeared now, because at the end of the day, they're a load of crap, aren't they? So, yeah, so that's a little bit upsetting in my part, because I was really hoping that if we was to get these over the line, of course, once we see these types of players linked, we get our hopes up, we get so excited, and I guess we get so upset and disappointed when things don't go right. But it's just one of those things. I'm sure the 49ers will go out there and try find some options. There is Lewis O'Brien out there from Nottingham Forest. That's still an option. Of course, it's a different type of player to Amory and to Joseph I keep saying Pantsil for some reason. Paintsil. But it is what it is. And then as well, Daniel Farke has come out and talked about Nonto and Sinistera. And what do you guys think about the whole situation with Nonto? Are you going to give him a chance? Of course, there was a lot of videos, weren't there, when of like people just being so angry and upset with how he treated us Leeds fans, how he treated Leeds United, and I guess the legacy of Leeds United. But I guess as being as a 19-year-old, I guess he's vulnerable, isn't he? He's vulnerable to outsiders, like in his ear and the money. And this is what Daniel Farke said in his press conference, wasn't it? Is that when a club like Everton or a Premier League club or a team in Serie A or even the Bundesliga come in for a young talent, of course, if money is there, they're going to be so excited. Anybody's going to be so excited and try and chase that dream. But he got, in a sense, I think he's got misleaded. I think his agent is just an ass. But he's come out, he's apologised to Daniel Farke now. Hopefully he comes out and apologises to the club, to the Leeds fans, and I guess hopefully we'll get to see his apology on the pitch by him scoring goals and providing plenty of assists as well. So with Sinistera, it was completely different, wasn't it? There was people trying to create these rumours where he was refusing to play, he wanted away from the club, this and that. And I guess I was one of these fans who believed it at one time, but the more and more we dived into it, the more and more we realised it wasn't anything to do with him refusing to play. It was more so the fact that he had a complication in his contract. But they're both back in training now, which is great. The first team have welcomed them both back with open arms. Hopefully he gets a second chance, third chance, bye-bye, and I guess we'll have to go from there. So into Ipswich, this is what me and Josh was going to talk about in the video, because obviously this was going to be the match preview. So Ipswich versus Leeds United is going to be a very difficult one for Leeds United. I think with Daniel Farke saying that Ipswich are the team of the moment at the moment with how they're playing, and boss in League One by a country mile with plus 61 goal difference. And yeah, Pete Booth here says, I believe in Farke, so if he picks Nonto, I'm willing to get behind him. And this is what we need to do, especially when it comes to against Ipswich, one of the most informed teams at the moment. So I can't understand how the way Leeds United are going to set up in this one, because with reading the tactics and with reading and understanding how Ipswich play, they usually switch from a 3-4-2-1 formation to a 4-4-2-3-1 formation. And they're very expansive when it comes to the traditional... when it comes to playing... good hell, I can't even speak now. Let me start again. When it comes to the defensive positioning, they usually like to have a high press. So I think with Leeds United, the way they're going to be able to do it is if Leeds United are better in midfield, better at pressing, and I guess better at countering, because the same type of tactics, don't get me wrong, but with how clinical, I think it's Cameron Humphreys or something, yeah. Cameron Humphreys, he's a dictator. He's an absolute ball player in the middle of the park, and he will, with everything that he did last year, everything that he did this year, he's been, in a sense, touted out by Premier League clubs already. And this is one of the players that we have to look out for. And this is one player to watch because he's got quality control, and it makes it very easy, in a sense, for him to release players and pick out players that are using the width. And I guess it's very hard to dictate the style of play Ipswich are going to implement, because 1 minute it's high pressing football, next minute it's very deep, next minute they're very compact, next minute they're very expansive. They do use the width a lot, and it's been evident that Leeds United are weak there, because with the likes of Ayling and Sam Byron playing a little bit more inverted when it comes to defending, we've seen it time and time again, haven't we, where opposition will use the flanks to expose Luke Ayling and expose, Sam Byron, and they're very, very clinical when it comes to the final third, and very clinical when it comes to the expansive play. So the way Leeds United, in my opinion, the way Leeds United are going to be able to beat them is if they play them at their own game. You know, press them high intensity, attack, and hopefully Joe Perreault will be playing. I don't know the starting lineup, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. My prediction, I do believe it's going to be another draw. I do think it's going to be another draw with Ipswich. I think we're going to pull out a 1-1 draw, due to the fact that Ipswich are in form, but also with how well we are playing, and everything is slowly coming together. So I'd like to know your guys in the comments after the video when it's uploaded. I'd like to know your score predictions. Are you excited about the game? Do you think Leeds will get 3 points, or do you think Leeds will go out there and lose yet again? But hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This would have been, if anyone's still here and still stayed throughout the whole live stream, thank you. But this was what's supposed to have been, in a sense, discussed, and it would have been a longer video, a more in-depth video through me and Josh. So if you are new around here and not seen my face before, make sure you like the video as well. Subscribe to the channel. We will be getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers, and we will be giving away 2 Leeds United shirts. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really apologise for the mishaps, and I guess the lack of bloody crappy Wi-Fi. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully Leeds can pick up all 3 points, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.